ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. I should only hope I serve to satisfaction. If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places. A Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard!
The Cyclops draws near!
A bolt of lightning will soon see this fiend fry.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Time we make it to capital to inform the people that the Arisen.
You have my gratitude, sir. Should seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this, as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Well now. The road's blocked. The cart can't get through like this. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling, if we could summon one.
Staring, Arisen. As all water is seeping through here. I wonder what that means.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Look there.
We're setting out. Jump on if you're paid.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well!
That was impeccably timed, RYZEN.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent of everything. During the time of the previous council, She acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consarn it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
What ought I to do? Stomach's complaining. Not much.
Mayhap I ought to ask around
Nice
town.
and peace and quiet.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern. When does my watch end?
I long for the times when I was...
They'll wish they'd help.
Have you need of me?
Fine fettle today.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
I quite understand the desire to buy items.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business. Fancy a look at my wares?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again soon. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
Greetings. Welcome to the Guildhall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Do come again.
Uh-huh. There's something written here.
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Well met. You are come to... You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. This inspires naught but misgivings.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
I can scarcely wait to see what we'll discover along the way.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
The chance to put my feet up is as welcome as fine ale. I'm not stopping the rules as your growl. Time to rehearse.
What might you do?
Pray, follow me.
Food and drink are lovely, but I've other appetites.
That wasn't...
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Douse the flames! The fort is too late! Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements! That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
Indeed. I'd not expected things to be easy. This is looking rather hopeless.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
That's just what I was thinking. I'll wager I could make that shot.
Strike true, lest the beast flee.
People like that will be done here soon enough.
There's that towards something overdone.
I'll turn you into a pincushion.
The Arisen has been quenched. I believe your foe is drawn to life. Extinguish our light, lest we summon it unwittingly.
Perhaps it's best to live and let live.
I'll give it to some others.
our strength, but we can prevail.
Quite a view from up here. Should we see how high I can scale?
Not a bad idea.
But hold fast, Arisen. I will be with you in but a moment. Well done.
This brute has quite the temper.
Reckless opponent executed.
One of us has been drenched.
It must be tricky to balance so prodigious a freight. Much obliged.
Hang in there. You'll pull through. Times must be tedious if you're resorted to challenging beasts to bouts.
I could not help but laugh.
The enemy slows. Perhaps we have tired them out. And I shall remain by your side. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Saved again. I'll redeem myself yet.
Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! No harm shall come to you!
Our foe stations. Just one more push short to bring it down.
I shall lead the charge.
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Then follow me. I'll lead the way. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there.
I'd be caught unawares. I am shamed.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Haven't you a lantern arisen?
The creature's corpse will serve us well. You cut quite the hunter's figure.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Griffin gets the worm.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Be well, Arisen. I'm not one for tearful goodbyes, but I must admit, I've grown rather fond of you.
Shall we discuss tactics now?
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I've no love of conflict, me. Mayhap you'd lend an ear to my meager request, sir. Many thanks.
Would that such tranquility could last.
'Tis as you say.
Wolves, if I've ever seen them.
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well! Faster, Arisen! I shan't let you fall! You safeguard the Arisen, and I'll handle the remainder. Whatever takes me, I shall gladly oblige.
Turn you into a pincushion!
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
By your leave.
Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
expect to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. I must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
You too? I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Foremost priority is to douse those flames. I knew you would prevail, Master.
People like that will be done here soon enough. It's standard.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait right there. Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here.
No one can defend themselves when trapped like this.
Oi, you there! If you're fit to fight, give us a hand. Right, lend us your aid.
Bring your dead.
Scatter the goblin! I grant you roaring flame.
Victory!
All done then?
Splendid.
You've a strong arm. The goblins are well routed. You have my thanks. It was a simple patrol mission, till we walked into their ambush. Those cursed things caught us entirely unawares. I don't know where we'd be if you hadn't come along. I pray you'll let me repay the favour, if e'er there's a chance.
Pray, follow me. Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me.
This looks as if 'twould fetch a hefty sum.
Deeper pockets make for shallower troubles, they say. You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
I feared we might never escape that place.
The air beneath the earth is stifling, to be sure.
I quite agree. I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker.
We'll see each other again.
It will be an honor to serve by your side. seem our fight is not yet done. We fight. One. Let us press on with our next objective. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here? We were to make for Half Village, as I recall. It's not far. Avoid blame at any cost for this. There have been doubts of the order. Use me as your foothold to soar to greater heights. I knew you would prevail, Master. People like that should be done here, Seagate. Stand. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Pray, follow me.
Slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavour to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Look, Master! Goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness! That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well! You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold! Well done, Master!
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
'Twas most effective.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
is no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Uh-huh. There's something written.
Is that a statue I espy over yonder?
From this distance, I cannot be sure. We shall have to make our way over to it. Forgive me, but there's another matter I've been bursting to speak of. Namely, looking around, it strikes me that we pawns are all men. I wonder if this speaks to the Arisen's preference. Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look. Very well. I shall return.
That wasn't a homecoming or a vision. I knew the village would be in a bad way.
Alas, 'twould seem I've taken on too much.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Well met, sir.
Could I had a helping hand?
At heart, I am well met. You are You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the...
We must rest, though the sun is still up. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beastren kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Silence cultivates wisdom. A welcome respite before
Too quiet here for my liking.
Riding in an ox cart would be a welcome reprieve.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Weather this pleasant makes me want to kip somewhere with a nice breeze.
'Tis well that you are in good spirits. So long as you are ready when it counts.
I knew it to be so. I'll wager I could make that shot.
Go right ahead. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
One of our number is unconscious. Let my magics grant you an elemental freedom.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait a moment. Well done.
I like that.
Most impressive, Master.
Thank you. A token of my appreciation.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in it. breaking a few.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. It was well worth the effort of breaking it.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
You cut quite the hunter's figure. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. I've just had a thought. Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
You've given me much to think about.
You have my protection. When card, be sure to avoid open flame. I count you roaring pain. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Another statue. Mayhap 'twill yield us aught of use.
Let us make our way over to it while 'tis in our sights.
A well-organized pack is my specialty.
At least I go knowing I...
It will be an honor to serve by your... I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. But don't despair. We shall count upon your guidance when the time comes.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. We've been dispatched to cull them. A small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Seems the battle is hard won. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
Have I been sub?
This place still has its secrets. Surely 'tisn't your intention to leave them undiscovered.
Master? Indeed. Let us know if we can be of assistance, Arisen.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn blizzard! Is this where I'm to draw my last? I'm Sonic! Well, I'm destroyed! Fiber it hurts!
Same foe again.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.